Snipers, you have to see what's happening in the Bitcoin price this Wednesday as we are halfway through the week and Bitcoin is maintaining price action right now above our major support level. Let's have a quick recap of what we've been discussing here over a few weeks. Our thesis has been that the Luna bottom at 26,700 is a place that could potentially be a psychological bottom for Bitcoin, and that it is more likely for Bitcoin right now to come and test 35,000 US dollars than it is to potentially see any further downside below this Luna bottom. And this has held true over the last few weeks. And so I want you all to pay attention to this green line. This is our previous weekly open at 29,468. Right now, this is our major support level, also showing confluence with our higher lows. As long as we stay above 29,468, I am expecting the upside move sooner rather than later. And all of the revolving parts at this point are indicating that as long as Bitcoin can get hourly and 4-hour candle confirmations above its monthly open, currently sitting at 31,700, then we could potentially see this move come to fruition. The outside revolving parts halfway through the week are still holding together. The S&P 500, you can see here, potentially inside of this bullish, flaggish type of formation. As long as we don't see this break down, then there is nothing to be concerned about. And then the Ethereum to US dollar pairing holding above 1760 inside of a range with a resistance of 1980. And as long as 1760 holds, things are still looking good. The Ethereum to Bitcoin chart has been selling off, but I've been actually quite happy that this has happened because it's nice to see Bitcoin dominance move up without Bitcoin's price moving down. And so I'd like to see a little bit more of some strength with the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart to assume that we have momentum back on the table, which we've yet to get that confirmation. So that's what we're waiting for. And then I will also mention this: Bitcoin against the S&P 500. It has maintained its higher lows so far. And this has been a very interesting correlation because the Bitcoin against S&P 500 chart has allowed Bitcoin to see some days where it underperforms the equity markets, but also some days where it outperforms the equity markets. And so in my opinion, as long as we maintain these higher lows, things are still looking good for Bitcoin to potentially outperform the equity markets once we start seeing some strength. International markets are very calm right now, nothing to be worried about. And I would say that all other revolving parts are still holding intact. And so the main thing that I think that we have to all keep in mind is our thesis about the psychological Luna bottom holding itself as a potential temporary bottom is still valid. And this is a thesis that we came up with the day that Luna collapsed. And so far, nothing has taken that storyline or that narrative off the table that we've potentially bottomed there. Nothing has been able to bring Bitcoin down to those lows at 26,700. It could potentially be that short-term bottom before we test 35,000. And then that monthly open right now is that major resistance at 31,700 with our major support at our previous weekly open, 29,400-ish area. And so smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm snipers. I know this is a quick update for a pretty quiet day in the markets, but we're only halfway through the week. So let's expect some volatility coming into the end of this week and then into the weekend. And until next time, I will see you all later. Have an amazing week. Snipers out.